for 9 months. I left my last job because of personal issues and it was just time for me to move on. I have actively been looking for a job for the last 5 months. I spend every week submitting 50 to 100 job applications. I do multiple rounds of interviews. I get callbacks, then they're rescheduled. Then this is rescheduled. And then I get a rejection letter. And sometimes I don't get a rejection letter until 3, 4, 6 weeks later. So in order for me to pay my fucking bills and not starve, I applied for a part-time position in the deli at Whole Foods. I got an interview today for 11:45 a.m. I woke up early, got dressed, did my hair, did my makeup, was really excited to hopefully get hired. And then I show up 5 minutes early and I'm told that the interviewer or the hiring manager just went on their lunch break. And can I please wait outside for 15 minutes? I said, sure, no problem. Probably just got their wires crossed, right? It's just like an automatic system that like schedules these interviews. You know, I don't want to interrupt their day. Like, let them have their lunch break. Okay. And then 25 minutes goes by and nobody's come to get me. And it's now encroaching on 30 minutes past my scheduled interview time. So I go up to the service desk and I say, hey, can I speak to the hiring manager? He says, oh yeah, because you're here for an interview, right? So he calls the interviewer or the hiring manager on the walkie-talkie. He says, hey, you have your appointment, your interview here. I'm still on break. I can hear it through the walkie-talkie. They say, oh, could you wait a little bit longer? No, I actually can't. Like, I literally can't because now I have to go home and continue filling out application after application after application in the hopes that I get an interview with someone who actually respects my time. I told them, this is terrible. You don't respect my time. I'm not interested. No, thank you. And I left. We are about to see people who have been job searching for 6 months up to a year. We are about to actively see people crashing the fuck out. We are about to see people who are good, hardworking, level-headed, patient people lose their fucking shit because these companies, these corporations are full of amoral, selfish assholes who don't care about other people's circumstances, who don't care about other people's fucking time.
Came across a TikTok video of a woman, maybe in her early 30s, who looked completely defeated. She shared that she had been job hunting for over 9 months and had just applied to Whole Foods. Not because she wanted to work there, but out of pure desperation. She said that she had been out of money, she was behind on rent and at the edge of breaking. And this wasn't someone who looked out of touch or unqualified. She was polished, articulate, well-groomed, someone you'd assume would have zero problems finding work. In fact, she looked like the kind of person most companies would want representing their brand. She was a clear communicator, presentable, emotionally aware, and even with all of that, she still couldn't land a job. It makes people really begin to wonder, if she can't get hired, what does that mean for the rest of the workforce? What does that mean for people who don't fit that polished mold, or who are older, or who don't communicate in a way that checks all the corporate-ready boxes? She ended her video with a warning. People won't stay quiet in an economy like this. She said they're going to eventually crash out. And honestly, I think she is right. That term crash out has become common lately, and it's not always about laziness or entitlement. Sometimes it's a valid reaction to a system that keeps pushing people into hopeless corners. What this reveals is something deeper. There is a widespread creeping uncertainty among everyone who isn't independently wealthy or sitting on a 6-figure safety net. If you are not working for yourself or in an ultra-secure job, you live with this constant growing or gnawing anxiety. And the older you get, the worse that feels. Risk don't feel exciting anymore. They feel dangerous. This is an unspoken truth. I keep thinking about it myself. Let's call it the elder shutout. You're not officially told you're too old. You're just quietly excluded. Once you're past 40 or 50, especially if you're not in a high demand industry, you start to feel invisible to the job market. That's real. That's ageism. And it's not only getting worse, it's now combined with all of the AI stuff that's looming over our heads. Let's combine this with all the rise of AI, and it becomes obvious why so many people are spiraling. Every other video on my feed lately is about AI replacing jobs, and not just niche ones. Whole categories of work that used to be reliable, things like editors, translators, customer service, even parts of healthcare. I'm talking about people with real jobs and real training. Now they're getting squeezed out by code and automation.
You say that you talk to CEOs who are talking about all the people they're getting rid of, jobs that they're replacing with AI. What do you say to them? I say come clean. I say just, and by the way, Andy Jassy making those public statements, Dario Amodei making those public statements, they're signaling to us, guys, we are going to be getting rid of a lot of workers, we're going to get meaner and meaner, so please, if you were in government, do something about it, because their responsibility is not society-wide, their responsibility is just to make their organization successful. And
I even saw a video of an Amazon drone dropping a package directly into someone's swimming pool. That might sound silly, but it's a sign of something serious. I believe, and this is just an opinion, we're putting critical systems into the hands of technology that's fully dependent on internet and infrastructure. What happens in a blackout or a cyber attack with no humans in place? There's no plan B, no instincts, no flexibility, no resilience. Machines don't think, they execute. And when things go wrong, they freeze. So if you're a young person right now, or even someone pivoting careers, please listen. The future belongs to jobs that AI cannot touch, which requires things like nuance or physical presence, actually a human hand, human care, that sort of thing. I say jobs that require creativity. I truly believe there's going to be a place for artists, musicians, people that are human doing these creative tasks that we like. You have to start thinking long-term now, because that woman in the video just reminded us that we're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. You know, it is getting hard out there, and it is pushing people to their breaking point and valid crash outs, I might add. But we have to start getting real about it and talking about it, because a lot of us are scared, me included. Like videos like this, please share, subscribe, and hit like. It is free. Remember to have a great day and think for yourself.